Hello, this is Brother Timothy Earl Hoskins from the Lord's House of Prayer in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm going to be uploading my next video. I'm going to continue reading from Proverbs. We did the first 6 chapters. I'm going to read chapters 7, 8, and 9 today. I'd like to thank you for joining me on another wonderful Sabbath day. We got a lot of rain going here today, and that's good because it could be snow and ice, and that didn't want any of that. That'd be a big mess. But what was on the ground is just about melted off now due to the rain and all. So it's just wet, but that's good. And I want to ask you to continually pray for our country, our leaders, our churches, our leaders in our churches. Pray for the nation of Israel especially. Keep your eye on Jerusalem. That's a key into some things that's going to be going on here in the future. I believe it's in Zechariah where it talks about Jerusalem being divided. Of course, we know that the Jews want it to be the capital of Israel, and the Palestinians want it to be the capital of their state. So that's something to look into. I also want to ask everybody to call your senators and congressmen and ask them to support Benjamin Netanyahu speaking to the United States Senate. I think it's a very good idea for him to do that. At least he'll tell us the truth about what's really going on over there in the Middle East, because we're not getting it from our government now. So he's a leader of his people. He's a very important leader in this world, and he needs to speak before the Senate. And it's not going to hurt anybody if he does. All he's going to do is tell the truth. Maybe that's something some people don't want to hear, but at least he will speak it. I ask that we continually in our prayers for one another. I thank you for your prayers for me. Thank you for your comments and your views on my videos. And continually want to, myself, I'm continually wanting to grow as close to God as I can. And I want to encourage you to do the same through your reading and your studying. We see a lot of atrocities going on in the Middle East, of Christians being beheaded simply for being Christians. This is something that's went on down through history. A good book to read is Fox's Book of Martyrs. It tells of a lot of Christians that were killed just for being Christians. It's a very good read. I encourage you to do it. There may be some ways it goes that I don't necessarily agree with, but it does give an accurate depiction of some of the atrocities that were committed against Christians. It's going on now. It's going on somewhere else besides here in the United States, but they're doing it. It will come here eventually. They'll put Christians in jail. They'll say you can't speak on this subject or can't speak on that subject, and just wait and see. I mean, there's little parts of it springing up, but right now it's being kept down because there's enough people in the United States that's willing to stand up. And that's what you need to do. You need to stand up for Christ, stand up for God, and try to do the right thing. Okay, I'm going to read. As I said, we've done the first 6 chapters, so I'm going to read 7, 8, and 9 today. Proverbs chapter 7. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law is the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the tablets of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding, passing through the streets near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight in the evening, in the black of the night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face unto him. I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore come I forth to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. For the good man is not at home, he is gone a long journey. He hath taken a bag of money with him, and will come home at the day appointed. With much fair speech she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips she forced him. He goeth about her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteneth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. Proverbs chapter 7. Proverbs chapter 8. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the pass. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instructions, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find all out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogance, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the path of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth, and there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters shall not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Rejoicing in the habitable part of the earth, and my delight were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instructions, and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, and watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor in the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. That's chapter 8. Now we're going to read chapter 9. It's talking about wisdom and understanding. And we're going to continue with that in chapter 9. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath sown out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Who is so simple? Let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Come eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish, and live, and go in the way of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuke a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself, but if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple, and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house in a seat in the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Again, that's talking about wisdom and understanding. And you see here how the Bible refers to them as women, just much like the church being the bride of Christ, the Messiah, Yeshua. How that's feminine. And again, that gets us into talking, we can talk about the same-sex marriage and things like that, but that's not what this is about. This is a reading on Proverbs, and I'm going to do this for a while because there's just a lot of good. It's just a good way to live. If you go by this, it tells you how you should live, how you should treat people, what you should seek after, and what you should stay away from. And I think people need to know that. We've gotten away from that in this country. And a lot of our preachers, especially the televangelists and these mega church people, they don't preach on it anymore. They just want you to come and give them their money. They don't care whether they're leading you to God or not. They don't care if they're preaching God's word accurately or not. They just want people in the seats and money in their pockets. But I encourage you to get your Bible. Even if you got a little Gideon Bible, it has Psalms, and Proverbs in it. I've got 2 or 3 of them here at the house. It's really good reading, as well as has the New Testament in it. But the Psalms and Proverbs are very good. I encourage you to read that. I encourage you to pray to God and allow Him to work in your life and show you which way to go. But I want to encourage you to stay in your prayers and pray for this country and stand up and fight all of this stuff that's coming on about all these atheist groups trying to take, God bless America out of the schools. And if they say that, or if they say the Pledge of Allegiance, trying to take that out. Stand up and fight them because they're wrong. We don't need to turn our backs on God. He won't turn His back on us. I thank you once again. I ask that you continually pray for me as I pray for you. This is Timothy Earl Hoskins, and this is Lord's House of Prayer in Jackson, Tennessee. Thank you, and God bless.